All right, here we go with part 2 of the Captain Marvel breakdown. Kind of my thoughts, my words, my ideas on this, and what I think is kind of going on here. Here's a Time Magazine article. This is from November 4th, 2014. Meet Captain Marvel, fighter pilot, feminist, and Marvel's big gamble. If you're not a comic book fan, you probably haven't heard of Captain Marvel before last week. That is, unless you've heard of Captain Marvel, this guy now called Shazam from DC, or Rogue from the 90s TV show where she had stolen Miss Marvel's powers, now Captain Marvel, whatever. Last Tuesday, Marvel Studios announced Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, will be the first female superhero to get her own Marvel Studios movie in 2017. She'll be in good company. Both Wonder Woman, unnamed female character from the Spider-Man universe, will get their own treatments that year too. The decision came as a shock to Captain Marvel comics writer Kelly Sandhu, who, after neglecting to return a phone call from her editor, found out through her Twitter feed. She responded, "Did not see this coming," and we're going to get into the actual comics here shortly, because this is a big thing. She's not just sexy spandex uniform. She's considered the most powerful superhero in the Marvel Universe henceforth. And this is the big feminist gamble. Here is the reference I'm using for all this. Comicron. It is a comic book site. They do good breakdowns on sales, revenue, all that good stuff of comic books. It's something a lot of people use, and I just went through and did a good 3 hours worth of research, just kind of hit peck and Marvel, Captain Marvel titles and such, so you can kind of see how her sales work in reality. I'm going to tell you now that if you took a superheroes such as Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, almost all of them will outsell her in any given month. She is not what I would consider widely popular in any way, shape, or form. We're going starting with December of this year, and then you go back in time as you go down the sheets. Life of Captain Marvel, issue 5, sold 27,000 copies. A sequencing version here of Marvel for issue 125 sold 820. Life of Captain Marvel number 4 sold 1,000 copies, and this is a month-to-month jump. You'll see in the month where the Life of Captain Marvel will have a boost, and this is just the overflow from the month before, actually 2 months before, because the Life of Captain Marvel issue 4 this is the month after. Anyway, her Marvel Adventures Ghost Frost Giants, 5,000 copies. One of her books, 1,000 copies. Another book, 200 copies. Another book, 183 copies. Another book, 400 copies. This is actually in this current period. This is the run up to the movie. This is December and November. You're going to see multiple versions of her stuff coming out all in 1 month, none of which have any significant sales. If you look at these, 66, 418, 318, 383, 219, 70, 319, 486, these books are not selling. 7,000 copies, 13,000 copies. This is the prelude to this movie. 13,000 copies, $4. Higher, Further, Faster, 350 copies. Life of Captain Marvel issue 3. Holdover sales here. This Life of Captain Marvel. This is the initial run for that month, 27,000. So here is 1,000. Here is 27,000. So you see about 28, 29,000 sales, and that's over the course of 3 months, because this is September, and you just go down the line, 200. Look at this. Captain Marvel, Life of Captain Marvel issue 3, 30,000 in the first month, 1,200 in the second month. Her anthology books, 800 to 1,000 copies. You're not going to notice that she has probably 1,000 diehard fans. She has another group of fans numbering approximately 20 to 30,000, varying, because that's kind of where all her books end up, is in this 20, 30,000 range, top for sales. I mean, she'll knock it out of the park in a initial month, where it would be Life of Captain Marvel 2, 33,000. Life of Captain Marvel #1, The Big Shot, $5 a book. Came out in July of 2018, 74,000 copies. That is huge. Top 14. This is, I believe, if you kind of go through this, you're not going to see her anywhere near that at any point in time. Some of these big books get a good revenue share because they're expensive, but still limited copies. If you go to the best-selling books, i.e. some of the DC stuff, one DC book, which is, serialized for a month, will sell more copies than the year worth of Carol Danvers books. And that's what you're looking at here. This is December through November, coming down into September, back into July and August. I mean, she's not a popular character in any way, shape, or form. I mean, serialized books, 10,000, 11,000 copies. You don't see this huge draw. And this goes back to, I believe I end up here at 2015. This is right after her movies were announced. And you see a number of reboots. There's all kinds of #1 issues, all kinds of books being thrown out at her. I mean, number one, some of these are one-offs as well. The Life of Captain Marvel, they made 5 issues and that's it. The rebooting of her is just everywhere. Every time you can see these issues, 1, 1, 1, 1, 130, 128, 126. You count down. Here's Mighty Captain Marvel. The final issue sold 17,000 copies. 15, 20, 17, 17, 28, 24, 48, the 0, 53. So from 53 to 17,000 in 8 issues. I believe that would be 9 issues. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Captain Marvel #10, 19,000. You just don't see a huge draw as we count down. Watch this. 9, 8, 20,000 or 24,000, 28,000. The sales start at 52 for a #1, drop approximately to, by issue 10, 19,000. This is issue 8 of this issue, 17,000. This is an uninteresting character. Her #1s will get about 50,000 so long as you keep this price down $4 or $5, which to me is crazy for a comic book. But once you get past limited number of issues, people just don't buy it. Look at this one, 19,000. She has about 20,000 actual hardcore fans who are going to buy that product. They're going to get in there. They're going to pay the money. And that's it. There's no overwhelming draw. I mean, this is the person they're banking on. And what is the top seller? 50,000. We're just going to keep that in mind. Now we're going to flip right over here. This is Comic-Con. We're going to scroll down. Here is, from December, Batman. Who Laughs Last. #1, $5. December of last year, 200,000 copies. That one issue outsold. It'll be a whole year or a whole run of Captain Marvel. One book, a whole year. That's all it takes. Batman alone, look at his serialized version. 60, 61. There you go. That's 2 months. No, 1 month's worth of Batman outsells all of Captain Marvel. Spider-Man, 80,000. Shazam, his reboot is higher than that. And you'll scroll down here to some of these lesser known ones. What is a serialized Catwoman? 6. Spider-Geddon. I don't know what that is. Some of the Star Wars books. These are way into the serialization, and they're still outselling her. Justice League Dark. It's a one-off series kind of deal. I've read some of those. I like those. Again, you don't see the draw. Republic, Qui-Gon Jinn. I can tell you that a big Star Wars fan, couldn't care less about the Qui-Gon Jinn. He's literally dead in all the books. He's dead. I watched him die on screen. And, he wasn't that interesting overall. Wonder Woman, 40,000. You just can't. X-23 is more popular than Carol Danvers. Harley Quinn is everywhere. Nightwing is more popular. Spawn is more popular. Deathstroke is more popular. Livewire is more popular. Old Man Hawkeye. All these people are more popular than a Captain Marvel character. And I don't see where or how this movie is going to change a lot of people's opinions. I mean, the way they're pushing it, since it is to be a feminist agenda, since it is to be all these things, and, there you go. These are her sales. All of her reboots within a 4-year period. A lot of one-offs, a lot of books, a lot of things they just seem to stop making for whatever reason. How can you consider this to be the new face of the franchise when it's a D-list hero that no one really likes it? I mean, look at that. All the number ones get 50,000, and after 5 issues to 10 issues, they're at 20,000. This is I don't know. Please leave your comments below, like, share. I don't know. I'd like to get other people's opinions on this. This is my first time doing a quote unquote a movie pop culture thing, but there you go. That's the face that they want you to see, and this is a face we're getting. Thank you, and have a great day.